This is another one that's been towed to us from another workshop. The workshop was doing the tone wheel, which we've covered in depth. That's the pickup on the back of the crank and the crank angle sensor that regularly gives symptoms for the car won't turn off, car stalls, or the car is really hard to start. Whilst doing this, you have to remove the transmission. To do that, you need to rotate the motor to undo the torque converter bolts. This is all common practice across any automobile. On these, and it should be good practice on all engines, but on these 3-litre diesels particularly, never ever rotate the motor backwards. The hydraulic tensioners for the timing chains push back, and it allows the timing chain to jump teeth, and the result is then your timing chains are out. If you've only jumped a little bit and you're able to still do your torque converter bolts and you haven't realised what's happened, the risk is you'll do valve damage. When you start the car up, the valves might hit the pistons. In this case, it had jumped so much that the workshop could no longer rotate the motor, and it got towed to us because they hadn't worked out what had happened. So this has now had a tone wheel and a crank angle sensor at the back, and we've done a set of timing chains in the front. Now, to do the timing chains, you can outline the chains up by eye, but you can still be out by quite a bit because you need these locking tools for the 3-litre diesel. This is the crank locking pin, so make sure that your crankshaft's at top dead center when you've got that in there. These then slide in. I'll show you on this engine that's half apart still, that these go in from behind. There's 2 holes in the cam gears, and those pins line up, there we go, into there, and then you bolt that into the head. That way, with the crank locked, which it's not right now because that's still in the kit, you know that you've got all your timing spot on. You can do it by eye. The exhaust gears have 2 little marks on two teeth side by side, and the intake cam has 1, and the idea is that you line it up so that the 1 dot is between the 2. The problem with that logic is you'll never know if you're spot on top dead center with the crank unless you lock it. I realised my little diagram was a little bit crude. So yeah, if you're not sure, come to us. We have the timing chain tools for the 3-litre diesel. Here's another fun, cool thing we've got, which is totally unrelated to that, is this is for diesel injectors, the seat cleaning. Before you put the injector in with the copper washer, you can often have a large amount of carbon buildup at the bottom where the injector sits down in here. And you can often get compression busting past the copper washer and gives you that diesel tractor sound. Without having to pull the head off, you can use this tool to clean up the injector seat, get all that carbon off, make sure that that copper washer compresses when you put the injector in. So yeah, there's a bit of fun of some of the fun stuff we play with. But yeah, don't rotate 3-litre diesels backwards. Don't rotate anything backwards. And if you do and you hear things and the car won't turn over, bring it to us. We've got the tools. Very good.